Whee! Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to yet another video here on Count to Infinity. And today, we're going to be having some fun. I made a Redstone video, and I'm pretty sure Redstone videos are like the only thing you need to qualify for being a Minecraft YouTuber. Literally, all you have to do is just make one, and you're like, boom, official. Alright, so today's video is going to be on how to transport redstone signals, and I have a lot of them. So the first thing we have is redstone, just redstone dust, and by extension redstone slab towers. Now slab towers are weird because they only work because they're slabs. It goes up and then there's just nothing. But if I were to shoot this target block right here, you see that one lights up and that one lights up. Now this one I have to credit to green because it is a very interesting method of how it works. The first, let's just do it real quick. Shoot it. Boom, lights up. Now let's take a closer look at how this works. Now, this is just regular wall, right? Well, there's two ways you can update a wall. There's one is have it odd. So if it's not a flat level, it'll look like this, and that causes an update. Let's get it right here. See that? That causes an update. But there's one other way to update a wall, and that is having a block beside it, because then it connects. And so what's happening here is that instead of putting a block beside it, this piston just extends, and that gets considered a connection. So you can see really quick, the wall extends and connects, piston extends, wall connects, and then the piston retracts, and the wall is back to normal. Now down here on the bottom end, this is actually just an observer and a target block, because I actually love target blocks. It's kind of the easiest thing I know. And so if we shoot it, it detects the change in the texture as much as it would detect any other change, and sends out a signal. One tick pulse, the redstone lamp doesn't have time to turn off. So yeah, pretty simple. Thank you to Green for discovering that and putting it in a video. That was definitely handy. Alright, moving on. This is probably one of my favorite methods, and it looks really weird with my shaders on. So this is the leaf detector, and I know it looks like an April Fool's joke, but if you haven't heard about this is actually in the game. I know. It's so cool. So what happens is, it's really down to this. If you look right here, where it says spruce leaves distance 7. Now this distance is referring to the distance away from a log block, but because it's not touching any log blocks, it doesn't know anything. So it says distance 7 because it's not touching it. So we're going to extend this. We got this little T flip-flop here, and now if we look at it, it says distance 1 because it's contacting a log block. Now if we go up, this next one's 2, 3, 4, 5, and it actually will keep going, but there is a limit. This is 1. This is, that's annoying me. 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. And 7, 8, and 9. And anything beyond is too far for contact. So you can see here it says 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it would work if you had the observer right here. Anything beyond that, it just registers 7 because it's too far. And so it just updates every time the log touches it or untouches it, because it reports 1 to 7, and it's always 7 if there's nothing touching it. Next up we have observer chains, and then we also have comparator chains and repeater chains. So now, these are really interesting because all these will introduce 1 tick of redstone lag. Now here, this is 1 tick of game. This is delayed by 1 game tick per block, whereas this is delayed by 1 redstone tick per observer. Okay, hang on. Let me clarify the difference between a redstone tick and a game tick. A game tick is 1/20th of a second, and a redstone tick is 1/10th of a second. So technically, a redstone tick is half the speed of a game tick. This also essentially means that leaves are faster, except they can only go 6 blocks. Also, I know my audio's been really sucky recently, but don't worry, I'm working on it, I'm fixing it, it's gonna be okay. So if you shoot this, she comes all the way around, and you can see it fires twice, because observers. It updates on the turn on, it updates on the turn off, so 2 signals. Over here, with the comparators, you can see it goes through 1 redstone tick per comparator, and the output strength is always the same as the input strength. So here it's just 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, all the way around, all a bunch of 15s, till we get to this. Redstone repeaters are the same, because redstone repeaters always output with a max redstone output of 15, and then the delay is variable. Right now these are all set to 1 tick, and I could actually, I could set these all to a couple more than 1 tick if I wanted to, and that would just add to the delay of the system. And the thing is, the redstone repeaters, that they can actually go through single blocks too. No, if we go like this, shoot. See, it comes around, and nothing happens. But if we throw a repeater in there, it functions. Now here we have the redstone torch tower. This is actually like the first when I say relatively complex, I mean more than just dust in a line. And this just works on the principle that a powered redstone torch will turn off. So this one powers this one, which is off, but because this one isn't powered, it's on. Because this one's off, this one's on, this one's off, and redstone dust into the lamp. So you see, as we power it temporarily, it turns off, then back on again, which leads to a pulse in the light. Okay, moving on, we have the ever classic slime block and honey block tower, which looks really good with shaders on. So basically, simple, shoot the target block, it extends the piston, which powers this piston, which powers this piston, which will not move this lodestone because this isn't a movable object, and then it just powers the dust. Shoot that. Powers the dust, which powers the lamp. So this is a water block detector, and this one's kind of nuanced, a lot like the leaves, but right now I have a soul sand underneath there. So let's take a look at this. Now, it actually doesn't show in the F3 screen if you click targeted fluid, but it is a bubble column. You can see that, right? Like if I sit in this, I just fly in. This is funny. This is enjoyable. It's really not. But because it's a bubble column, we can update it. So if I were to update this, see the lamp turns off, then back on again, because I just have this system. Little super rudimentary block swapper. There's 1 tick of delay going to each that piston and that piston, either by the torch or by the repeater. And so all that's happening is piston A is getting unpowered, piston B is getting powered. They swap the soul sand for a magma block, and then it just pulses that, which goes into the observer, which fires twice because observers. So now that we have slimes spawning everywhere, let's do this really quick. What happens is I shoot that, drops the mob out through the tripwire hook, and for a free ride into the void. That's a great vacation. So basically, super simple, target block, activates dispenser, whee, drops into the void, and then tripwire hook just triggers that. You could have this as a regular redstone signal, or I used observers just like get a 1-tick pulse. Oops, wrong one. Just like, oh my word, learn to aim. Oh my word, I missed. Boom. Look at that. The last one I have is minecart rails. Now, minecart rails can be used either for pushing minecarts or for detecting. Observers can just detect this kind of thing. So, see, the observer triggers the redstone lamp on the on and then the off. And I also have this one, which I need to arm. It's called being prepared. So this one uses no observers, right? So you're not going to get an update from the rail, but it does use a comparator. So basically what's happening is if I were to power this rail, it doesn't want to push the minecart. That's okay. This is what players are for. The minecart chest is actually full of the good stuff, and then the detector rail underneath here is outputting to the comparator, which outputs to the redstone lamp. So as soon as this moves off the detector, redstone lamp turns off. This is all my brain could compute and comprehend, and that is all we got, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, then please feel free to click the like button. If you hated it, then, well, be honest, there's a rock in my face. feel free to leave a lovely comment if that is what you're into. And if you want to subscribe, then make sure you ring the bell so you know when I actually upload a video. Until the next time I see you, it's been fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Who needs to try it when you have a crossbow? Whee! Okay. Oh, I am never making a Redstone video again.